Indiana High-Speed Rail Association President Thom Davis joins us in the studio this morning. Well, first off, thanks for coming in awfully early. And why don't we start with, will you explain high-speed rail and what that is?
High-speed rail is a mode of travel that's designated to be 110 miles maximum speed or greater. So in the Midwest, currently we have no high-speed rail.
Really?
There is high-speed rail on the East Coast. It's the Acela line. And that is the only high-speed rail we have in the United States right now.
Okay, so the big push, really across the world, other countries are seeing it as well, is to get more of this generated. Now, tell me, how will high-speed rail specifically affect Indiana and even this area? How could we see it grow in the next couple of years?
Well, in our particular instance, it gives us access to Chicago, and in Lafayette, it would give us access to Indianapolis and Cincinnati. It certainly, with the network, would also allow us to access Detroit, St. Louis, Madison, through the Midwest Regional Rail Network that's being proposed. This is 3,000 miles of track laid between really Cincinnati, the whole Midwest area, 9 states, all the way up to Minnesota.
Okay, so Minnesota really extending as far east as Cincinnati,
Yep.
and potentially as far south as St. Louis?
Correct.
Is that right?
Correct.
So really connecting some major metropolitan areas in no time.
Correct.
And I did some research before you came in because I think this is just fascinating, that it actually, when we speak of energy efficiency, could be even more efficient than automobiles and planes. And this is why it's such a growing way of transportation. And so do you have any more on that? Or
Absolutely. The system is very efficient. It's also depending on one power plant. It's per train. So therefore, if we have better technology, we can implement that on a single power plant and improve that. We can ultimately, at some point, be running electric like they do in Europe, in which case we can use whatever power source we are generating our electricity with.
Well, it's a very interesting subject, and I encourage you to look it up. And, of course, thanks for coming in this morning and giving us that information. We'll have more of this story as well as information on the topic on our website at the Living Green tab. So thanks for coming in again this morning, Thom.
Thank you.